All right, it's bourbonblog.com, Cigar Saturday Live. I'm Tom Fischer. We have Matty Rock there at Sanj's, and also joining us, our very good friend, BBQ Pitmaster Ed Randolph, the founder, owner of Handsome Devil in Newburgh, New York. It's so good to see both of you all together in one place there.
Same here, my friend. Same here. How have you been?
Good, good. It's so good to see you all again, and we're gonna be there not too long from now.
Just over a month, we're gonna get together and have a little party, raise some money for a couple of good causes, and smoke some cigars, drink some bourbon, and eat some barbecue.
That's right. That's right. Well, we did it in. It was the first annual back in August, and tell us what is going to be happening in April 2nd.
April 2nd is going to be a lot similar to what we did in August. We have a lot of great bourbons, people coming on board. The local breweries are really stepping up, so it'll be 4 or 5 different breweries for people to try. Our friends from Tree Oak in Dripping Springs, Texas, is going to be sending up some bottles for us to sample. They actually sent one already, and well, we're about a third way through it, so we'll have to get
yeah, that one will not be sampled. It will be empty.
But a great
have an empty bottle there too.
Yeah, it's a great all Texas mash. Our friend Robert Lerma sent us up some stuff. He wants to have everybody get a little taste of Texas when we're up here in the Northeast on April. We have Chef Matt Abdu and Shane McBride from Pig Beach coming to join us as our guest chefs. Matt is also the food correspondent for the NBC's Today Show, and they are owners of Pig Beach in Queens, Brooklyn, and Palm Beach. 2 great guys, great chefs, which is really great people as well.
Incredible stuff, and all for a good cause. I want to put a link up here in a moment to let everybody know how to get a ticket. But I tell you, when I was there last year, I'd never been to your place before. Some of the best barbecue ever. Great people all coming together. What a fun afternoon! It's bourbon. It's barbecue. It's cigars. Matty will be there. Sanj will be there.
It's a great event, and for us, it's the absolute reason why we built our restaurant. I mean, if you can stamp the word community on a place, that day is filled with love. Everybody's there for the right reason to have a good time. We have 2 charities this year: is the Newburgh Illuminated Festival, which helps celebrate the diversity in our city of Newburgh, and also we're doing the Chef Jeff Michner Foundation. Chef Jeff was the pitmaster of Pig Beach in New York City, and back in 2018 passed away suddenly. Left behind a 16-month-old daughter and his wife. So we kind of raised money for them, but also to raise awareness for people with brain aneurysms and treatment.
So it's important. It's always important at these events to remember there's people that are either in need, people that we to need their voices heard, and like I said, it's all about community. It's all about being together, and it's all about having a good time. So I'm very much looking forward to it. Tom, you're going to be popping up a link. So anybody, again, make sure you put it in your date book. It's going to be April 2nd up at Handsome Devil BBQ up in Newburgh, New York. Anybody who needs directions or anything else or planning on coming into the East Coast, like I said, there's a couple of spots to fly into. I'll help you all out with. So we'll get the logistics of that figured out. But looking forward to seeing everybody.
It's a great day. Ticket price includes all your drinks, all your eats. We have some local businesses coming in, joining us. I'm bringing some coffees, desserts, and every guest coming in gets at least 4. Talking to Matty here, we're looking maybe 5 top premium cigars to take with them, enjoy the day, take home with them. Definitely a great bang for your buck, and it's all for a good cause. Raffles, Matty usually shows up with a bunch of stuff. Again, I put them under the bus or put them under the light here, stuff to raffle off from cigars. We have artwork. Our friend Mario does a great job doing some paintings. I think last year was, a fist fight almost for everybody trying to get the tickets in to win his artwork. So it'd be great to have another piece up there to auction off for a good cause.
That's right.
I don't win this year. I'm just going to steal it. Yeah, so what? You got me saying.
People came from a large distance. I mean, they came from all over the country to this, didn't they?
We do. We have our friend Tracy. I know this year she came from California last year. She's already booking her flight and trip to come into town again. So we do a little ruizing as well for our buddy Carl and put our pinkies up and light a cigar and drink some bourbon and a root beer.
And a root beer, yeah. Yeah, I leave the adult beveraging and will be left up to you guys. I'll live vicariously through you.
Oh, it was so amazing. It's going to be a nice. What's included in this bag of cigars? You had all kind of things last year, I know, didn't you, Matty?
So this year we're gonna have some of the SP 1014s, which we've been talking about in our previous shows. that were created by Mr. Sanj Patel and Chico Rivas. So you get those. They're actually Dominican puros with 3, 4, and 5 year aged tobaccos. There'll be a little razzle dazzle from Drew Estate, and then within a week or two, we'll be giving you an idea who the rest of the contributors are. There'll be some cool things to raffle off as usual. Probably between hats and ashtrays and lighters and cutters and all things cigar and barbecue and bourbon related. As Ed was mentioning, our good friend Mr. Pena will be having one of his pieces there to on the auction block as well. So it'll be lots of cool stuff. Like I said, lots of things to choose from. So we're all looking forward to it.
And just recently added, I forgot to mention our friends from Fortuna. They're going to come and actually hand roll cigars for everybody on site during the day. So that's included with your ticket price. I mean, how awesome is that? How do you get anything better than that?
That is incredible. I just put up a link there, bourbonblanc.com/tickets. That's going to direct you to the Eventbrite link. But if you write that one down or go there now, that will take you to the Eventbrite link where you can, right there it is, where you can get those, right there, where you get those tickets. And I'll be bringing some great Kentucky bourbons. I'll have some New York whiskeys as well, all kinds of delicious whiskeys to pair with those incredible cigars and that food. I mean, your barbecue is just it's so special. There's something that's so different about the whole experience. Your sides, your barbecue. What are the things you're most known for? I'm remembering how good it was.
When we do our brisket roast this year, we're going to add, I think, a little New York flair to it and throw some pastrami out there for everybody. Smoked turkey. Once again, I think we're going to roll out another big whole hog. And I'm dealing right now in talks with Matt and Shane what they want to make. They are great pitmasters, but when I can tell you they are probably two of the most talented chefs that I know. I had the pleasure of cooking with them at the James Beard House. Lights out. Matt was the chef at Del Posto for 8 or 9 years. He was the head chef there. So he does some really cool stuff. And, it's going to be a good day. I would like to leave some surprises up for you to see what we're going to roll out there. But it might be a little something maybe even from the bayou rolling out on the table that you haven't seen before.
That sounds like mystery, surprise.
It's really a whole afternoon. I mean, it starts at what time are we starting again?
We start at 12 o'clock. We have no problem if you want to show up at 5 o'clock and help us empty the smokers out and clean them up. That'd be greatly appreciated. But it goes from 12 to 4. It's a great day, a few hours. We don't want to take up your entire day. But even afterwards, you want to hang out at the bar, we're more welcome there. Last year, I think we even did a little off-site. One of our fellow sponsors that helped us out there, Liberty Street Bistro and Black Vanilla, we went down to their place and had a little sampling at their bars and tasted some of their stuff. So it's a great day. Come on out, support the event, support the community. You leave with a pocket full of cigars at least, and probably food coma and maybe a little bourbon buzz.
How much better? This has been sponsored to you by Uber and Lyft.
Absolutely. Mitchell's Distillery, they're going to be providing us some bottles. We also have the friends at Peerless. Peerless, we have some coming up from them. So it really, when I say get your bang for your buck, this event, I love it because everybody comes, and I don't know if there's anybody who doesn't have a smile on their face. We just started selling tickets 2 days ago, I think, and we're almost 50% sold. So it's running pretty awesome, man. So we're excited, and we hope that we can do this every year and make it even bigger and bigger and really help out a lot of communities and a lot of charities.
I mean, there are events I have been to, that are great events, but this one is just the right amount of people, all good people for a great cause, all kinds of flavor. I mean, it's very, it's something very special. And I do hope that if you're anywhere near Newburgh or you can get there, you come join us.
It's a great day. And a lot of people have some huge hearts, including yourself. I mean, you have the knowledge that you provide everybody, I think is second to none. We have Matty and Sanj, who next to Matty's appetite, his heart's probably a little bit bigger. It's tough to believe, but these guys go out of their way to make sure everybody's taken care of and has a great time. And it's very rare that you can go to a place and sit down and within 4 hours learn everything about bourbon from an expert like yourself, and then hop on over and understand the difference of every cigar that's being handed out to you, and from the blends to the wraps to how to light them. I mean, Sanj, I was here about a week or so ago and was giving me a tutorial because I wasn't lighting my cigar properly. So he made me feel like a newbie on the block. But it's stuff like that. It's just great, man. It's an awesome day, and we couldn't do it without you guys. So thank you to you for participating and donating your time and coming all the way around Newburgh, Indiana, Newburgh, New York, we'll get you.
So,
From
Tom,
Newburgh, I love it. We're Newburgh hopping.
Yes.
Tom, are you allowed to disclose any of the razzle dazzle that you will be bringing, or is it a surprise?
I know as we mentioned, definitely we'll have the Peerless. We're going to have some unique Newburgh, or not Newburgh, not too far away from Newburgh made New York whiskeys. I might even have a Scotch for you too. It's possible. Kind of a mixture of flavors to give you a whole journey of whiskey in your palate next to those amazing cigars.
Great. Outstanding. Yeah. All right. So I know Ed has something to drink. What do you got tonight, Tom?
I'm having a couple different things, actually. I'm having, not together, but just one after the other. I'm starting off because St. Patrick's Day is coming. I'm having, and I really like the Teeling, everything Teeling does. I'm having some of their Black Pits, which is actually a single malt Irish. So not all Irish whiskeys are single malt. This one happens to be, and it's peated. They peat the malt, the barley, and they put it into used Sauterne barrels and bourbon barrels. So it's that kind of funky French wine plus the bourbon, and it's just really beautiful and lovely.
A little bit of mash action going on, yeah?
Oh, it's so nice. And then I've also been tasting some of the Ardbeg Anoa, which it's really good with barbecue as well. It's just such a nice pairing, nice creaminess. And of course, it's an Islay Scotch, so it just has a really good mouthfeel and note with the cigars.
So, Tom, let me ask you, when you say peated, how does that in the process different than a normal kind of mash bill we would see?
So what they're doing with the peat there, Ed, is they're going in and they're finding the peat bogs and they're cutting them out of the ground. And sometimes peat bogs will take anywhere from 100 years up to 800 years plus to grow. It's basically everything. It's decayed matter. It's decayed trees, creatures, everything stacked up. They light it on fire, and that smoke rises and hits the grain and influences the grain.
And see, folks, that's the information you'll get at the Cigarbecue. That's why you need to buy your tickets.
All these elements go back so many years. That's what's so interesting.
And see, most people out there, when they think bog, they just thought, the plot for the Scooby-Doo. Shaggy, ho!
That's right. And you're tasting some of that wonderful treaty oak there?
Yes, this is we have the Ghost Hill Texas Bourbon. So this is their all Texas made. Their own mashes from the Texas wheat and corn that they have there. And then they actually age it in the hot Texas sun, and it kind of adds a little hotter kind of feel and taste to it. I mean, this thing is about a 90. Oh, this one's actually 123 proof. So I thought it was 95. No wonder why it tastes a little hot. So this one's a little special batch that they did for us for the Smoke and Mash group. So for those of you who are on Facebook, find the Smoke and Mash group. We can get you into it. Great little group online that talks about bourbons, talks about cigars, talks about barbecue. And a lot of guys out there can help you find these rare bourbons that maybe you wouldn't get locally at home. We can do a little trade and find and get them in your little liquor cabinet so you can enjoy them at your home.
Yes. And what are you sipping there, Matty?
I'm having a Schweppes Black Cherry sparkling water. Vintage 2000, early 20, maybe 21. There's
a little age to it.
Subtle hints of bubbles. Yeah. I'm trying here. I'm trying.
Hey, so many good people watching tonight. Charlie,
what up, baby?
Mr. Charlie,
and Shay, and
hey, what up, dog?
What's there? And
what up, baby?
Maybe even seen Chad there, Ken, all these good people.
Ken, what's up, man?
Randy's watching, all these wonderful, and I hope Irene. I hope all these folks will get a chance to come to. And we're going to be doing. We did this last year, Matty. We'll do a live Cigar Saturday there as well after it's all over.
We will be broadcasting live, and this year, so you don't have to bring everything. You saw we have a new setup now. Does it look a little bit better? Sound a little better? What do we think?
Right there, it does.
Yeah.
It does.
So what do you think? It sounds better than usual.
It does. What did you do?
So I decided hey, instead of just using an iPhone, we went for a Chromebook. We threw on a high definition camera on there. And then you'll hit one of the Matty Rock failures. I bought a clip that was supposed to go in a tripod. It says holds 11.1 inch iPads. I'm like, awesome. Except when I tried, it was like an inch and a half short. So I'll have that extra piece of equipment next time instead of the table that it's sitting on right now. So, you know, you live and you learn. Damn you, Amazon. Damn you. But, you know.
It's a good setup. You actually both of you all sound really good.
That's good. If there's something that can make me sound good, you definitely know the magic of technology is there.
You know that, or Tom's is really cold sitting outside.
Yeah. Oh, I'm freezing.
Somehow the whole experience is amplified in some way. No, it sounds good. It does sound really good. So what else has been happening at? I know it's been a little while since we've seen you. What else has been happening at Handsome Devil?
Well, we've been getting a great response from our local community coming out. What was it? Back in January, we had the pleasure of going down to Fort Lauderdale to compete with their Greater Fort Lauderdale Wine and Food Festival. And literally, it doesn't take much when you're in New York in January for someone to call you up to say, "Do you want to come to Florida for a barbecue competition?" So we went down there, and once again, the barbecue gods looked upon us, and we won the competition for having the best barbecue. So it was pretty good. We brought the heavyweight championship belt back to New York, and we gave them again a little taste of our New York. We had a pastrami. We gave them some of our brisket sausage and also some banana pudding. So for us,
banana pudding was what won it.
No, banana pudding did very well. You know, a lot of us is sustainability, and people don't realize with a brisket you lose 40% of it between trimming and cooking. So we take those trimmings and we'll grind it up and make a sausage out of it. We'll make burgers out of it. We make a brisket chili out of it. And we also render down a lot of that tallow, and we'll run our deep fryers on it. So for us, it's about to use as much of the product as we possibly can.
Wow! Congratulations!
You know what was amazing too, Tom, where I kind of get to throw people under the bus because it's fun. I happened to be down there at the same time, and Ed and I were planning to meet up when I was in Miami. But somebody that's not Ed and I, we heard that the ladies might not have been able to wake up in time for us all to meet up together. Oh, you hear in the background. Look, we put people on the spot because that's what I do.
Hey,
look,
Right
should I talk to the hand?
Busy. I'm watching.
look at that! Nice to see you.
So you know the quality of me. Throw people under the bus.
In the ladies' defense, after we won, we did our championship tour and our parade immediately right after the event. So as you can imagine, Miami doesn't like to close early, and by time it came to meet Matty for breakfast, I think we just laid down and went to bed. So that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, it was kind of this. Here's the good news, holding the championship belt. He's like, here's the bad news. We're on about 11 and a half minutes of sleep.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah.
That's great. And again, the recipe was what that you won with?
We did a pastrami slider, and then we actually put a bit of our brisket sausage on the top for a little garnish. And then we gave everybody a little sweet treat of some banana pudding on the side for a little dessert to kind of really put it over the edge.
This is why I love Ed. Do you notice what he said the garnish was? It wasn't no leafy green. You heard what his idea of garnish is. That's why this family right here. That's how you do garnish.
There's no miniature greens here.
No, sir. No, sir. No, sir.
All right. Question from Randy. Does Ed ever get to Kansas City competitions?
Yes, we do. So we got out there a couple times. This year we're looking to hook up with our friend, Mr. Sean Keever, who's usually on here, Big Guns Barbecue, and trying to do the Royal, as well as looking at the Kansas City barbecue show or barbecue festival they do out there. So we're hoping that we can get out there this year for it. Love Kansas City. We have Char Bar. Meat Mitch does a great job out there. I mean, we have a saying in barbecue when you're in the family, you know, you don't have to hate somebody else's barbecue to like mine. And there's funny that sometimes we go into competition and we'll even use our friends' rubs on our own product when we're doing it just to try something different.
Yeah. Oh, look at this. Coincidentally, Sean is watching. He says,
"Hey,
I'm
buddy."
Look at this. It's like we can mention people's names and they're watching. I love it.
They're here. Boom, boom. How you doing, buddy? Great guy. Great. I mean, in our Hudson Valley area in New York, there's probably not anybody that's more revered and then looks forward to food. And he really has. He's got another guy with a huge heart. He does a Cigarbecue that they do with Charlie up at West Point every year. I hate to mention it because that one sells out immediately. I mean, whoever goes to it 1 year, it's gone. But we had the pleasure one time to help Sean cook that. How great is it to be able to help and give back to the local West Point guys and our wounded warriors. You're talking about some people that do some great things, man. Sean and Charlie, thank you for watching today. You guys are awesome.
Quad City Herf. Yeah. Quad City Herf. So keep your ears and eyes out for it. Charlie!
Wow. Some good
Charlie, you got to come to the bench for the smoke, man. I had Sean at the bench on Thursday. All right, Charlie, you got to swing on down for the next smoke at the bench.
Any questions at all for any of these folks? Ask away in the world of barbecue food, all booze, all things good. I guess one question would be, as far as trends you're seeing in barbecue. I mean, I know a lot of things, are always good no matter what people are doing. Are you seeing any trends that
we are, and it's actually a trend in the positive way that I like to look at it is you're seeing a lot more barbecue joints and people doing the traditional barbecue, where it's no longer let's see if we can fry a chicken breast and add 75 things to the top of it and skewer a piece of bacon through it and say this is barbecue. It's people going back to the roots and doing things slow and low, using wood as your wood should not be only your fire source, but also should be your ingredient. And that's really the things that I think separates a lot of the regional part of the barbecues of the world is, Texas, they're huge for their post oak. That's all they preach about, white post oak. Well, up in New York, I don't have white post oak. I've got a lot of red oak. I've got a lot of cherry. And, it adds a different flavor profile. But at the same time, you can get those same type of results that they get. So that's what we kind of see. And you see a lot of people upping their game and kind of keeping things the way that they should be. And it's kind of paying homage to the guys and ladies who tended pits 100 years ago or 50 years ago who never got the recognition. That's why I do it. I mean, I started out liking barbecue as that my family went to Florida one time and we stopped in Fayetteville, North Carolina to stop overnight. And there was a guy behind the Knights Inn motel making ribs on this thing that looked like an old oil tank. I ate the ribs and it was probably one of the best racks of ribs I ever had. So that to me was like, whatever I do, I always think of that guy there because no one knows who he is. And I don't know if he's still around or not because it was a long time and I'm old. But, it's what I kind of see. Look at this guy. Woo.
Look at this. Somebody had just asked where Sanj was. Nice to see you, Sanj.
Likewise.
Asks. Yeah, good to see you.
Ozzy, what up, baby?
He appears just after someone asks. What's happening tonight, Sanj? What are you up to?
Just working, behaving, smoking SPs and getting ready for this event.
Yes.
You coming?
I will be there. I'm looking forward to seeing you.
It's going to be fun.
He wasn't asking you. He wasn't asking you, Tom. That was the wrong inflection, Tom. When he said that was Jersey. See, you got to understand Jersey. Like instead of you good, go you coming. It just kind of means you're going to be there.
It means I'll be there. I know. I want to be there.
So
I want to be. I look
forward to more a statement.
I'm looking forward to it. And Sanj is curating a nice lineup of cigars for us, and this will be wonderful. This will be really good.
Yep. So Sanj already told them that we got some DE stuff coming, some SP 1014s. Are you allowed to disclose who else we have so far?
No, not right now.
See that? Not right now. We got secrets, buddy.
No secrets,
Oh, come on. It sounded ominous when I said secrets. All right. Sanj just ruined that.
Well, actually, a lot of people, a lot of companies don't want us to announce it anywhere. Because remember, last year we spoke about this, that March 2020, they passed a rule that you cannot give out free cigars. So companies don't want you to mention it. So, and I'm like, okay. So, but people who know us know that it's going to be well worth it.
Right.
Because I don't smoke cheap cigars.
Right. No, this is a really, the package we had last year, all together, the whiskeys and the barbecue, the cigars, everything. And what kind of cigars do you like to have with barbecue yourself or with cuisine? What do you recommend for people? What do you like, Sanj? Or what you enjoy?
I was talking to you.
No,
any of you all, anybody.
Yeah.
Well, you like the cauliflower, so
I eat cauliflowers. You know, real cauliflower.
Good.
You gotta continue with the culture. So, and me, listen, I just have a great time. So to me, I don't even pay attention to eating. Besides, I eat like this much and I'm done.
Yeah.
That's why I'm here. I make up for all that shit.
Cigars, what's for dinner? That's right. Got it. All right. I'm maybe okay. So Sean's saying he likes the Sean Keever likes.
Well played, sir. Well played.
Kentucky Fire Cured, very good idea.
Those Kentucky Fire Cured, I really found they open up a whole different note when I smoke one of those than when I smoke it and have some bourbon. Now I'm not sure if it's the bourbon talking, but that changes the complexity of that whole cigar. Everything, it's out of this world. They're so good. So if you haven't tried one yet, get one, pour yourself a nice little glass, and enjoy.
So you just reminded me of something.
Kind of those sweeter notes. The whiskey kind of brings, even though there's that smoke and that earth, it brings out those sweeter notes. I love it.
So yeah, and so something just to think of too that reminded me that I should be talking about. So the reason the Kentucky fire cureds add that extra element is because it's actually Kentucky fire cured tobacco, as the name would hint at. It's fire cured out in Kentucky, which reminds me of another thing. For those of you who are not aware, the barn smokers are back on and back in business. So everybody can take a look at Drew Estate site and all the posts on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter, and everything's back in business. So that just released the dates. So we'll go back to do some a little razzle dazzle on that.
Wow!
For people who've never done those
the
events.
First one, Matty.
I gotta check. I believe the first one is going to be in Orlando, right outside of Orlando. I think that's coming up in May. I got to double check the dates. So that's going to be a lot of fun doing that. It'll be good to be out there and seeing people again. That's important. Again, we talk about that togetherness and everyone being out there and seeing each other. So again, everybody who's interested in those, start looking. They will sell out. Some of them are already sold out. That's how quick it goes. But it's a great way to watch the entire process, literally from seed to cigar, right? Because you're literally at the farm where the tobaccos are being produced. And each one of the locations you go to, obviously, it's a much different story. Obviously, each tobacco from each region is much different. It produces a different type of smoke, a different experience. And as Ed and Sean were just saying, that Kentucky fired tobacco is a much, much different note than other things would hit on, because you get that smokiness, you get all the wood smokiness that's in that fire cured tobacco. And it's a pretty cool process. So if you ever get a chance to go to the Kentucky one, check it out. You'll get to see what makes that tobacco different than the other tobaccos that you're used to smoking.
Let me introduce you guys.
Yes, and what I see here, Matty, just so everybody knows, and I went ahead and, again, we had the link up, but we want to make sure go to bourbonblog.com/tickets for the Cigarbecue in Newburgh. But I'm going to put this one up too, so you can check out the dates. A barn smoker, the first one in Florida is May 13th through 15th. And then there's Pennsylvania, Connecticut, Kentucky, and a Savage Feast as well in Dallas, Texas. So all those. How's it going, guys? I see Mario there.
I just want to introduce our audience. Mario Pina, the artist, who's going to be donating artwork like last year, and he's always there for us. And this is DJ John London, who's going to be DJing there.
All right.
And we're not paying him, and he's buying me food there. So they're going to be doing a good job. And, we have a lot more people this year than last year. Because this year is not 2 weeks. We have 2 months. So, we're going to do wonders. So we have a lot of people, and it's going to be cool. So Mario's, again, is going to donate the art, and John is doing the DJing there.
Excellent.
Newburgh, here we go.
Good to see you both. Mario, you're going to be at the event?
Yeah, I'm going to be there this year.
Yeah, this year. Last year, Tom, he had a COVID, and this guy had a COVID. They're Dominicans. They catch stuff faster.
Hey,
Tom,
you look like you're broadcasting an NFL game. You're all bundled up there.
Yeah, well, I'm just practicing for that, but that's right, I am.
Nice to see you, buddy. Always a pleasure.
It's great to see you too, and DJ. Good. We're going to look forward to hearing the DJ spin. This will be wonderful. This will be great.
Yes,
Sanj will be singing some Sinatra songs. It's gonna be killer.
Good. He's going to do some karaoke. What song are you going to sing, Sanj?
I don't know. I'll do some Indian shit.
Yeah, you got to see him belly. You got to see him belly dance. That's
Oh hell yeah!
There's special tickets for that. You know what I'm saying? We had to put Sanj in the spot for that. So remember, there'll be Sanj belly dancing. This is
absolutely.
Forget the halftime show. That was bullshit until you see this. What up there, girl?
Yeah, no, that might be a whole different event in itself. You have to get a special ticket for that one. Right?
Yeah.
It also goes back to what I said before about these guys having huge hearts. I mean, it's just it was a no questions asked that when we started talking about this at our barbecue, that Mario jumped on board, DJ jumped on board. I mean, it's some people, some really good people looking to do good things for the community, man. So we are blessed, and it's a family. And also going back to what Matty was saying about the cigar, the Kentucky Fire Leaf, and all, similar to bourbon and barbecue. You know, everything is pretty much similar to how regional things are different and makes them special. So it's pretty cool to see all of these things come together, and we all share kind of the same passion that we have for it. So it's you know, hopefully someday maybe we'll even live stream from there or do something at the event, because I think it'd be awesome for people to see and watch, because I'm beyond proud and humbled to see an event like this take place.
Yes. I can't wait. Again, that it is April 2nd. The place to go for tickets is this link, bourbonblog.com/tickets. It'll direct you to the Eventbrite link. If you're anywhere in Newburgh, New York, Hudson Valley, or you know someone, share that and make sure you like and share this video. Let everybody know about this.
I saw a puff of smoke. Was that just the vapor from you being outside cold, or what are you smoking tonight, Tom?
I'm actually having Cohiba, Connecticut. So and there probably also was a little bit of vapor. It could have been. I think I see my breath. Not quite. But.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. I had to ask. So I got I'm firing up, of course. You know I'm all about the SP 1014 Lanceros.
Yes.
And as always, look at that burn, kids. Every time. Just saying.
It's
every time.
Such a good.
So we already know what Sanj is smoking.
Such a good one.
And what do we got? What are we puffing on there?
I have this beautiful little undercrown here that Matty gave me. This is the
Yep, we got the Undercrown 10. The all decked out, so I call that the granddaddy of the Undercrowns. I gotta say, probably one of my favorite treats that got put out in recent years. I've always loved the Undercrown line, but the extra body, the extra flavor that comes out of these 10s, if you haven't had the opportunity to smoke one, fantastic. I'm totally loving it.
Now I would be smoking
the newest one.
I would be smoking an SP. However, last time I was here, Sanj gave me something to take back home, and Millie and Amel took all of my SPs.
Oh.
So I'm the official SP mule to New York now. So if you need a mule, I'm your guy to get them back home.
Watch out! This is New York, New Jersey. We're talking about, Forget about it.
And I continue to hear great things. People try these. They
and
love
we
them.
forgot
1014s are amazing.
What do we got? Hold on.
Is that the acid?
I got the girly cigar, the nice flavor, the acid. Which one?
So we got the Acid 20 Connecticut going over there. That was just
good too. Yes.
That was just released at IPCPR when we were out in Vegas a couple of weeks ago.
That's the brand new one, right?
Correct. So you've had the one that's been out has been the Maduro, which everybody's been raving over. But if you want a little bit lighter of a smoke, a little bit more distinctive, a little bit more citrusy and light, and a tad milder, go for the new Connecticut. It's been received incredibly well.
And these are out everywhere now, right?
Yep. So if you're down here at Sanj got them in. So give them a try if you're like I said, if you're looking for something with a very, very light yet still flavorful, very, very light infusion. For those of you that remember years back, the Acid 5, think of this as the Acid 5's little brother, if you will.
Wow. Very nice. So many new cigars out, and obviously be watching for the SP 1014 in, obviously at Sanj's, but you're in several other markets, right, Sanj, with those?
Yeah, so we only doing 35 shops in U.S.
Right.
And right now we're not doing anybody because we got about 16 shops we ship product to, and now the remaining guys we don't have product. We're expecting product.
Right.
So once the product comes in,
those shops, are those up some places people can see? Are they?
I'm sorry.
If somebody wants to see where those 35 shops are, they're looking for those. Can they find?
Yeah, we're working on it. So what we want to do is once we have all the shops secure, then we'll put it on our site and our page, and then they could just take it from there.
Gotcha. So just be watching Sanj's social media, and you got to try these. They're really, really amazing, and everybody's wanting one. I know there's some every week people are wanting to know as they're asking questions. So they are amazing, Sanj. Well done.
Yeah, it's a fantastic smoke, Tom. Like I said, and it goes on everything else. Like I said, you can't taste something over the internet, but you can see the build quality every single time, right? And that's one of the most important things is when you have the consistency in your build quality, and you have the consistency in the smoke, right? So every single show that we've done that you see the same burn quality, same consistency. And like I said, build quality, especially on those Lanceros, not easy. So any of my Lancero peeps out there know exactly what I'm talking about. And you really have to be a master at your trade to get all of them to burn evenly every single time, get them to draw, get them to not canoe. It's a big deal. I brought a few of them out to Vegas with me, and Sanj will be the first person to tell you that when you change humidity, going from somewhere with higher humidity to somewhere that's bone dry, and they made it, man. So we had a couple when we came off the plane, literally outside on the Vegas Strip, burn like champs, man.
Wow, they are so good. And again, the price on these.
Sanj, you want to give them the price in all three sizes?
Yeah, so it's $8 Robusto, $8.50 Toro, $9 Lancero. And this is we started under project called Kill the Industry Project.
Yeah.
So it started all about 4 years ago. I was on a podcast with Eric and Amy, TLE podcast, and a lot of people were talking about it, and they were asking me, they couldn't understand why all the cigar companies are raising prices every 6 months. And I says, it's not a market driven, it's a greed driven, right? So it's a manufacturer. So, just to prove a point, we started a project, and all our SPs are made the old fashioned way. Individually weighed 5 times before it goes in the box. Every single cigar weighed identical. It has draw test on it, has a 5-year age, and once it's made, it has a 365 days sitting time. So, this is ultra premium stuff. I mean, if you take every manufacturer so far we have given to, they all have said that I'm doing unjustice. This cigar should be $14 to $20. Just yesterday, I was shocked. One of my mentor, and I think in your podcast we talked about, there is 5 master blenders that I respect to, and one of the guy, Ernesto Perez, called me up. And he said, I'm smoking your Lancero. He said, this is the best cigar I smoked in the last 10 years. And, we started talking. And, this is coming from a guy who has 3 #1 rated cigars on Cigar Aficionado. And, he personally called me and congratulated me. And, it just, people who would understand tobacco would know exactly what this is. And there are, people, if they think, if the cigar don't cost $20, it's garbage, then, those are the guys, we don't want them to sell cigars. Proof is in the pudding, right? So industry killer, see, that's in 1998 pricing, $6. You can't buy that. The construction on it, the quality on it, it's all over the world. And if you look at my Instagram, you see people all over the world, Dubai, Saudi Arabia, London, Kuwait, they're all smoking these cigars. Italy, right? And no one has anything bad to say about it. These are all industry professionals who are smoking it. These are not influencers or anybody. These are all professional people. So, and that's all there's to it. So, we always say proof is in the pudding.
It really is. It really is.
We kid around, Tom, and it's like you go into a place off the side of the road, off a highway, into a restaurant that looks like the shutters are gonna fall off, but it'll be the best meal that you've ever had because it's not about pomp and bravado. It's not about here's the image of what we want to produce to people. It's about end product. And Ed knows same thing when it comes to food.
Yes.
I think Tom, same thing when it comes to liquor. It's all about the process. It's all about how it's created, and kind of for this project for Sanj and Chico, it's all in the name, love and passion. This was done. Think about how many years that this has been in the works to release something like this. So this isn't about, hey, let's go see if we can go get top dollar from it. It's about what can we really do if we put our minds together, our skill together, and what kind of product can we come up with that's something we're proud of. And I know Sanj for a very, very long time. He doesn't like something, doesn't matter, 5 times, 10, 15, he'll throw it out every time if it doesn't meet his expectations. And Chico is very much the same way. So when you see this, when you get something like this, again, I constantly plug the Lancero because that's really the best indicator to me to see the quality and the build of a cigar. Same time, every single time. It's a big deal. And again, we kid about it all the time. It's pinched. No cut. That's a pinch that does this. So when you talk about draw tested, I mean, that's a big deal. We all know what happens even in the Cuban cigar factories. You spend $800 on a box of Bahiques, and with quality control, I'd say probably more now than ever, you're going to get a bunch of them that are plugged. And think about what you're spending, and just so people can see your, I'm not saying they're not magnificent cigars, because they are, but how many of them are plugged? How many of them don't have that kind of quality control that you're looking for to ensure that each and every stick is identical each time? That's some magic and razzle dazzle right there. And that's why you have Sanj sticking to limited production with Chico to make sure it can stay.
It's only in 35 shops in the U.S.
Yeah, that's it.
So it's not about money,
Yeah, no. So well done. I see Sean is asking a question to Sanj. They're asking if he has any plans on a boxed press.
No. So
Here, Sanj's going to fill you in on the whole box press stuff.
I'm very against box press cigars, right? Because to me, box press requires no skill, no art. You make a loose fill cigar, you put it in a press, and you have a cigar. So if you look at my social media profile, you'll never see me smoking box press cigars. Box press to me, there is nothing. There is no art. It's somebody rolled it, put it together, and that's all there is to it. So box press, I'm not into it. Again, we want to prove the whole concept with this thing, right? Is to prove like true art of cigars. And you could come random, open any boxes, and none of the cigars have any give in it. It's like, holding piece of pipe, right? But it has a perfect draw. And that's the craftsmanship. And that's the stuff that last 15 years, 20 years, all these new manufacturers walked away from it because, for them, it was a dollar sign. How can we make it more? And that's exactly what it is. So we want to do everything that was done traditional way. So
well
box
done.
press is out of question, Sean. And what happened? You were supposed to be here this week.
Now I'm gonna get blamed for the allure of the bench. Whenever you hear the word the bench, you hear that sexy, 70s sex jazz music, and it's the draw of the bench, baby. Little Barry White, you know how it goes. But yeah, very much what Sanj said. Now think about it. Everybody's talking about these, not just here in the U.S., but now worldwide. There's not millions of dollars in marketing, and that's what I said. Sometimes the beast of marketing, really, really good marketing, can always make people look in your direction, and people will jump up and down and say something is the best. That maybe it isn't the best, or maybe not top notch things went into the making of it or the creation of it. But think about it. This has all been done grassroots, and to be able to pull this all off grassroots talks a lot about the product and how much cigar smokers are really enjoying it. Because it's the power of people that are pushing this out. Although I think I think Sanj would look sexy in a bikini on social media going, try the new SP 1014.
Or a belly dance. He's looking at doing it.
See, Tom's onto the belly dance too, Sanj.
There you go. It can happen.
I think it's happening, Tom. We're gonna have
maybe
put that on the flyer.
Maybe it'll be if enough people put a couple bucks in the hat, he'll do it. As far as the fundraiser, what do you think?
I think it's a great idea. I think I might get hit in the back of the head with a pipe on my way out, but I think it's worth it. And I've already had plenty of blows to the head, so I'll be fine.
And again, it's all happening April 2nd, Newburgh, New York. Handsome Devil and Ed Randolph, the Handsome Devil himself. Pitmaster is with us. Ed, we're really looking forward to seeing you and Sanj, everybody. Looking forward to seeing all of y'all.
Same.
Really be good.
Halfway
sold now, right? Halfway sold.
We're working on it, man. Yeah, we're just short on halfway after a couple of days ticket sales, which is phenomenal.
Wow.
And I know we're talking about these SPs and everything else. I'm not sure if we can make our viewers any better, but if you could find a web developer or an app developer, turn their screen into a scratch and sniff. These SP 1014 smell great too, when you're smoking them. They are just a great stick. So kudos to Mr. Sanj here for developing something, and it's a great product, and I hope everybody gets a chance to try one of these.
It's true, but it's a little weird because he's not smoking one now. He's just been smelling Sanj and I since we've been smoking it. I didn't say I didn't like it. I just said it's a little weird. That's all. Sniff what? Ozzy, what up, baby?
Yeah.
Oh, there's Ozzy. Ozzy's waiting for his 1014s too, Sanj.
Ozzy, send me your address.
Ozzy
I
heard.
messaged you. Never send me your address, Ozzy.
Oh, ba 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 ba. Look. I see. I don't see him, but I see him rolling up his sleeves right now to start typing on his thing right now.
Ozzy, you have my number. Send me the address. I'll mail it to you Tuesday. Monday, everything's closed.
That's right. That's right.
Tuesday morning, 9:01 a.m. I'm not saying they'll ship that day, but text Sanj at 9:01 a.m. on Tuesday.
No, you can text me now if you want, so I'll keep it ready and I'll ship it out first thing Tuesday morning.
He's ready for you.
That's it.
Well, again, take one more moment, like this, share this, everybody. Help us support this great cause, and thank you for continuing to help us spread the word on Cigar Saturday. And so many good folks watching tonight. We're really glad y'all are watching. It's so good to see you. Noel, Ed, Matty, Mario, the DJ there, Sanj. Thanks everybody for being with us. It's good to see you. And again, I can hear the screen, the sound, Matty. You've done a great job there with your new production set. I like it.
Yahoo! Until I break something. Yeah. I got backup for when I bust stuff. It'll happen, dude.
Cheers, everybody. Bourbonblog.com/tickets. Where can they find you, Ed? The best place on Handsome Devil?
It's handsomedevillllc.com or any of our social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Handsome Devil BBQ, Handsome Devil LLC. Again, thank you. We couldn't do it without you and Matty, Sanj, Tom, Mario, everybody. It's a bunch of great people coming together for some good causes, and I hope everybody can come there. We sell the place out, and we raise a lot of money and have a good time. Fill our bellies, fill our pockets up with some good sticks, and try some bourbons that maybe we wouldn't have tried before. So everybody who's donated, thank you. All the businesses that have contributed, thank you. Really making a difference in the local communities and for people that really could use it. So it's a great day.
And also to remind people, and remember, you guys and gals can go visit Handsome Devil BBQ anytime. They have a huge restaurant up there, accommodates many folks. So let's all keep that in mind, that you guys can visit Ed and crew anytime for lunch and dinner up there, up in Newburgh. So check it out. Doesn't have to be a once a year event that you come and get his bass barbecue. So they will be the world's best hosts. I could promise you that. And it's got some of the best barbecue to boot.
Yes, they do. Well, I can't wait to get some, and we'll see you all very soon.
Good.
Cheers,
Thank you,
everybody. Much love, and thanks for watching.
Good night. Cheers, everybody.
Much love, everyone. We will see you next week.
Cheers.